What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. After an unexpected few days off from Destiny, I finally had a chance to jump into the new Ghosts of the Deep dungeon that's now available with Season of the Deep. And through this new dungeon, Guardians can obtain some of the most incredible weapons that are now available in Destiny 2 Lightfall. And today we're going to be talking about one of these weapons in particular, the No Survivors SMG. This 750 RPM solar SMG is available through each of the new dungeon's encounters, and each of its 2 hidden chests. And I assure you, this is going to be one of the most sought after SMGs since the CALUS mini tool. Sadly, it's not craftable. Not at this time at least, but it does offer some amazing weapon trait combinations that you won't find with other SMGs, including the CALUS mini tool. No Survivors and the other weapons from Ghost of the Deep come with the Restoration Ritual origin trait. And if not for this origin trait, these weapons would not be nearly as dominating. Restoration Ritual automatically reloads this weapon when performing finishers or when reviving allies. When this happens, you'll receive a buff while No Survivors is equipped that provides an automatic emergency reload of this weapon once the magazine empties. No Survivors comes with a base of 26 in the magazine, but this can be increased beyond 30 with the use of extended mag and a backup magazine mod. That would mean that after performing a finisher, if you were at 0 rounds in the magazine, you would automatically have it restored to its full capacity with an additional full clip at your disposal without having to reload, giving you upwards of 60 rounds to impale into your enemies. What makes it better is when we start looking at the left and right column weapon traits. In its left column, the No Survivors can drop with Demolitionist, a great PvE trait, one of the best from this column. Rangefinder, which is one of the best PvP traits for an SMG. Discord, an interesting new trait that improves your aim down sight speed, your accuracy, and airborne effectiveness after final blows with other weapons. We've also got Surplus, which grants a bonus towards stability, handling, and reload for each ability that's fully charged. Honestly, a pretty subpar trait in comparison to the rest of the options. We've also got Offhand Strike, which I really like on this SMG, because it improves your accuracy, range, and stability when firing from the hip after a final blow. This ends up being a pretty substantial bonus, and one that can be a tremendous benefit to those who like using hip fire. Well-Rounded rounds out the left column traits, which grants a stacking bonus towards stability, handling, and reload speed after throwing a grenade or hitting an enemy with a charged melee. Much like Surplus, this is rather subpar in comparison. Now on to the good stuff. In the right column, we've got Incandescent, making this weapon an instant hit in the PvE. But we've also got Adrenaline Junkie. Adrenaline Junkie is a great trait to pair up with Demolitionist, as it grants a stacking damage bonus that maxes out at 33.3%. There's also Target Lock though, another damage amplifier. This grants a stacking damage bonus that tops out at 40% for sustained damage. With No Survivors being an SMG with 26 rounds at its base, you'll start receiving the damage bonus after 6 shots. Collective Action gives another option towards boosting No Survivors damage output, another stacking damage bonus similar to that of Adrenaline Junkie, but it's contingent on collecting subclass elements or throwing strand tangles, with Target Lock only requiring consecutive hits to be able to trigger its damage bonus. I would much rather prefer to have Target Lock over top of Adrenaline Junkie or Collective Action. But overall, towards a PvE god roll of No Survivors, Incandescent is the golden pony. But just to round out the column, we've also got Elemental Capacitor. This grants a passive bonus towards either handling, stability, airborne effectiveness, or recoil based on your subclass. And it also comes with Pugilist. I really like Pugilist on a lot of different builds, especially Solar Warlocks using the Sunbracers, because final blows with this weapon generate melee energy. Dealing melee energy briefly improves this weapon's handling. It's a great combination to pair up with an SMG. Overall still, you can't beat out Incandescent for a PvE god roll. No Survivors already has amazing base stats for an aggressive framed SMG. It's got high handling and great range, but the stability and reload leave more to be desired, which is where we have some great choices in barrel and magazine types. We overall want to improve the stability while maintaining as much range as we can, and if we can squeeze a little bit of extra reload speed out, that will be great. So using ricochet rounds will be a fantastic choice, but there's also high caliber rounds and armor piercing rounds. Flared magwell can also give a great boost towards both the reload and stability. Hammer forged rifling will be the go-to barrel for a strong PvP build, but corkscrew rifling grants a 5-point bonus to the range, stability, and handling of No Survivors. There's quite a few obvious differences when looking at the CALUS mini tool and the No Survivors, but since the CALUS mini tool is no longer available and many Guardians have been left pining for a great solar SMG that's a better option than the bug out bag, well, the No Survivors checks off every criteria on the board towards being a standout weapon through the rest of Season of the Deep and beyond. So if you haven't gotten your hands on one of these, you need to start hitting up the Ghost of the Deep dungeon now. And with that being said, I'd love to hear your thoughts towards the No Survivors SMG. Have you gotten one yet? What rolls did you get on it? And what did you think of its performance? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you as always for checking out today's video. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated and both really do help support the channel. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.